with the Denver Broncos. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Here we go, Samad.
They go play action here on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Keenum now on first down. Flushed out right. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And they've got it in the red zone now down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
Off play action. Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Partners, we well know long kickoff returns set up big-time momentum for the team with the ball. But how about the defense? They've gone on the field, understood the situation, and really have held up strong.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
On play action, it's Keenum. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Play action. Now it's Keenum. And this is caught at the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 3rd down, Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, little 3-16. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's complete to Brown, right side. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Jackson. This one caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. 3rd and goal. Jackson buying time to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
And there's another sack for Bradley Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? Exactly.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Let's go.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit! Gone!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's a second down.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. He fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Von Miller in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. To throw on third down, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Hey. Got three. Three down. Detroit! Gone!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw. And that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Leopard!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And the Ravens taking the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Leopard!
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Leopard! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This time, Jackson will throw it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. Wiggles free. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. And even 50 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up. They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they? He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3rd and goal, option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Down.
They'll run again with Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Todd Davis in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased down left. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Back now in Baltimore. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Able to shake him, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. On 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That one goes for 24 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that one will be accepted. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Detroit! Hot!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they haven't earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And his pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Again, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Gone! Detroit!
To throw again is Jackson. And able to find John Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Fighting through pressure, dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Keenum. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive.
No, I got mad. 19.
Not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Well, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. On first and 10, it's Jackson. On the left side, he's got him in. That's Hunt. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
No, man.
And avoid big hit.
The Ravens on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now Jackson on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Jackson on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the first round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Keenum wants to throw it. He'll let this thing go for Sam. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Let's go, go. No, Roger.
Keenum now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Keenum. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Bernard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. hemmed him in, and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for Breshad Perriman, and it's third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Keenum's going to throw it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. Demaryius Thomas. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway.